And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Helix Arena here in Dublin, Ireland, this is the co-main event of the evening. 5-minute rounds scheduled for the vacant CWFC Flyweight Championship of the World. The three judges scoring this bout at cage side are Dean Weir, Ben Cartledge, and Andy Oglesby. And when the action begins inside the cage, your referee in charge, Mark Goddard. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 6.5 inches tall. Weighing in officially 124 pounds, he brings an outstanding record consisting of 8 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Espoo, Finland, here is Mikael Silander. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 5'6" even, weighing 124 3/4 pounds. This veteran brings 12 victories and 9 defeats into the cage. Fighting out of, representing and hailing from Dublin, Ireland, here is Neil Two-Tap Seery.
Okay, gents, you both understand the rules of fight number. Visiting at all times, keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Let's do this.
Final instructions from our referee, Mark Goddard. This for the first ever Cage Warriors Flyweight World title. Finland's Mikael Silander in the white shorts and the blue corner. The red and white shorts and the red corner for Ireland's Neil Seery. Touch of gloves gets us underway here.
Good duck underneath that jab. Nice stepping in. Seery's already, he's winning, just slightly winning the stand-up game to this point.
Neil Seery does have fantastic boxing, and he's become so adept at ending each combination with a knee or a kick. That was exactly the game plan against Paul Marin, and it paid off with that brilliant liver kick KO.
Oh. Wow, that hooking over the top, overhand right. He landed flush on the side of his cheek. Oh, he tasted it. Now he's throwing too hard now. He switched up his game a little bit because he tasted that hard right on the head. Now he's trying to throw for the fences. You
know, Frank, Neil Seery debuted all the way back in 2005 at 165 pounds.
Jeez.
And now 40 pounds lighter. He's competing for the world title here.
I can't even imagine what he looked like at 160. I mean, he had to be huge, and not huge in a good way. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's called Seery fat at 160.
As a karate and boxing background. But he's very, very comfortable with his home at Team Rayano. Silander now driving forward. Good lock up against the cage here. Seery trying to work his way to the back.
Good job by Seery moving around. He's trying to escape a little bit, get his elbows down. Good job by Silander, though, to keep him in the space. He won't let him off the cage. Silander needs to keep him here, make it look like he's doing a lot of damage, a lot of work. Seery needs to spin off his cage and try to win this back from judges. Because right now, the judges are looking at it like Silander's winning this portion of the round, not the whole round, but this portion.
I mean, Silander's got a very tight over-under here. Seery really struggling to get his arms out. Oh, I like that cross grip from Silander on the wrist. Really sneaky technique there.
Nice job by Seery to get his head in there now. He's trying to get it worked. His arms are tied up a little bit. And see what happened. It forced Silander to let go. He had to let go of that cross grip. You're right, that cross grip is very deadly in that position.
I think Silander's got a little bit of height on Seery. It's allowing him with these underhooks to really get them very high, very tight to Seery's armpits. It's making it just that bit tougher for the Irishman, but he manages to break free.
Nice, good work, good patience in there. Didn't panic. Now see what Silander can do with this position. If he can keep from getting hit. You see how high his chin is in here. He's looking for the shot now.
Obviously, this title fight will be five-minute rounds should it go the distance. Those all-important championship rounds often really separating out the fighters.
Wow, that straight right is starting, or straight left, excuse me, starting to slide through. Seery changes his stance. He plays right, he also plays left.
Haven't seen too many kicks yet from Seery.
He's worrying about the takedown, so he's trying to stay away from the kicks. That's the feeling I'm getting. I don't know that for a fact. That's the feeling I'm getting.
Silander starting to really keep pressing forward here. Standing head and arm triangle, possibly.
He's got it locked up.
Well, and
he's got to hold the wrist, too. Yeah. He's got it locked over.
Interesting grip on the Kimura there. A lot of pressure on Neil Seery here. Mikael Silander with the submission attempt. Neil Seery looks poised to tap. Mark Goddard just checking. There's still life in Neil Seery. You can be sure it's going to take a lot to put him away here, but, well, Neil Seery guts it through.
Wow.
Anxious moments there, Frank.
What a great submission defense right there. He wrote it out. There's really no way to get it out. To get free from there, he had to wait it out. He did. He just had more patience than Silander did.
Mikael Silander trying to release the limpet-like grip of Neil Seery. I think Silander towards the end of this round has just started to be more the aggressor. Neil Seery looking for the triangle, a little loose though. Closing seconds of this round.
He's got to get up. He's getting caught. He's already caught in his front choke.
Well, Silander's just a bit loose here, but he does end the position.
That's another tough round to call. It's another tough round to call. The judge are going to lean towards Silander on this one because he ended up on top at the end. He looked to be more aggressive because both guys were throwing punches, even though he got hit more. During the stand-up game, he got the takedown, he ended up on top of him, and he ended up being able to hold him down for a while.
Yeah, I mean, some good wrestling from Silander in those clinches. Seery opened up well on the feet, but in those clinches, Silander was so controlling and so tight. Good stand-up from Seery, but here that standing head and arm choke. And very anxious moments for Neil Seery, who somehow managed to find his way out. As you said, Frank, a very tough round to call here. Still coming your way tonight, Shea Mills versus Cathal Pendred. What a welterweight fight that's going to be. But right now, it's all about the flyweight division. Referee Mark Goddard gets us underway here for the second round.
Seery scores the most power punches when he stands left-handed. When he stands right-handed, though, he's able to defend the takedown better.
And he's really starting to sit down on those punches now. But just out of range with the big, wide, looping shots. Both guys throwing with a tremendous amount of intent here.
I'm surprised Silander hasn't tried to go back to the takedown right away. Punch his way inside and shoot. He's content to stand up and swing.
Both guys missing the mark on these exchanges. Oh, but Seery found a scorching left hand there.
He stung him. Back of his knees are stung. He gave him a little rattle.
Yeah, he's caught him 2 or 3 times now.
See his hand, but in that last one, he got hit with that looping left hand on the way out. His hands dropped, and now you see Seery's hands are just a little bit lower than they usually were.
Yeah, Neil Seery's finding the mark a bit more repetitively now. Oh, but a lovely shot from Mikael Silander. What a timing and change of level that was.
Wow, he was in deep trouble and took it up to his advantage. Seery got really, really aggressive with it. Just sank down and shot on him. Made it very, very simple. Perfectly timed. in a great position now to sit down and relax and his wits about him now.
I mean, that's it. When you're under pressure, you either back off or go into the eye of the storm. That's exactly what Silander did. And he's earned himself a good top position here, but Seery doing everything he can to tie his opponent up. Don't forget, we'll be back at Cage Warriors 56, July the 6th, live from the HMV Forum in London. Make sure you join us for that one. Some fantastic fights being announced in the coming weeks. Well, Seery pushing forward with a takedown now, teeing him off very nicely.
Good position change, got underneath it. Now he's on top, and it was surprising because no one's expecting him to shoot because he hadn't even attempted a shot so far this fight.
Well, Seery jumping, or accepting the guard, should I say. He's got a possible guillotine when they hit the floor.
Get his hands locked.
Well, there he goes.
Now get down on that head.
Oh, a lot of blood coming from the head of Mikael Silander. Something has opened up, a tremendous cut.
Wow, look at that, all over the rib now. It's gonna be slippery underneath here.
It's coming right from the top of Silander's head. Thankfully, nowhere near his eyes, but we could find this affair getting very slippery indeed shortly.
It's the perfect spot. His blood pressure is up, his pulse rate is up. Blood is pouring out of that hole very, very quickly. It's gonna make doing anything to his head, neck, and shoulders here very soon. It's gonna make it very slick to hold on to for both men, not just for Seery.
Neil Seery again tying up with those overhooks. Looking to try and keep those grips. Work for a stand-up. It's having the desired effect at the moment as Marc Goddard warns them for activity.
Which is perfect for Seery because he wants to hold on to slow it down and force Marc to bring him back up to their feet. Silander's the one that's got to worry about moving. Very smart for Seery holding on. Because both of us know that's what he wants.
That's exactly
he wants to stand up. Very smart. I mean, that is very good ringmanship. I told you, his ringmanship is what's going to make the difference.
I mean, the experience he's got over 21 fights. You know, he's got twice the number of fights that Silander has. And he's having success on the feet here, really finding the mark again and again now.
Wow.
Silander's still standing very gamely.
Let's talk about Silander's chin right now. He's been hit flush 6, 7, 8 times and having not stumbling, not staggering.
No, still very much in the game. And you know, Neil Seery has the power at flyweight to put people away. Closing seconds here. Well, the pace picking up. Silander tries a shot. Seery sprawling very adeptly. Well, this fight's really coming to life here at the end of the second.
Remember, it's a title fight, so it's going to go 5 rounds, but right now I've got it 1 round apiece. I've got it split.
Yeah, it's going to be another tough round for the judges to score, but what we saw there is, we'll see in these replays, is Neil Seery finding the mark.
That's the first big takedown.
A bit more successfully.
Yeah, Silander's so smart. Finally takes a shot, Seery does, and gets him right down to the ground and puts him down right next to the cage. That was proper. That was absolutely perfect the way he did that.
See, once Seery straightened those left hands up, they started landing on target. I assume it was one of them that opened up the cut on Mikael Silander. Seconds out here, 3rd round about to get underway. Mikael Silander in the white shorts, Neil Seery in the white and red. Seery's always had very good movement, very light on his feet.
First kick I think that Seery just has thrown his whole fight was just that last one.
It's very surprising to me, Frank, that he's taken that long to open up on the kicks. Perhaps, you know, him and his teammates are wary of getting them countered.
Punch to set up your kicks, and then use your kicks to set up your punches. You know, he just usually go in there if he's worried about getting countered or whatever. They just set it up with some strong hands now because Silander's respecting his hands a lot because he keeps getting hit by him.
The series got a good mix of punching first and counter punching. A lot of variation, keeping the opponent guessing. Turned his hip nicely to take that kick on the back of the thigh.
Wow, trickery. And right in the middle of the punch, too.
And they're just stopping.
Yeah. Watch your heads when you're coming together, okay?
For an accidental clash of skulls, I think.
Yeah, they're saying that's where the cut came from. That's what Silander's saying, is there was a headbutt that caused the cut. So now Goddard's trying to warn them to keep from dipping their heads, but both guys are dipping their heads. It's not just one guy doing it.
Yeah, nothing intentional on the part of Neil Seery, I'm sure. Still a long way to go in this fight, though. If they can keep this pace up, a huge left hook from Neil Seery.
That's the first time we've seen him stumble at all. Silander's been hit with 27 hard punches, and he's only stumbled one time. And look at him, he's immediately back into it. He's throwing again for the fences. He's giving no ground.
Yeah, how tough is this man from Finland? I think we're just going to see Neil Seery keep throwing them, keep trying to land, see if he can whittle away the chin of Mikael Silander. Again, though, such a good change of level off the timing. Just reads those incoming strikes. Again, Neil Seery looking for the guillotine. He's trying to climb high around the head of Silander. And that cut is open again by the looks of it.
And another one is opened up on his hairline in the front. So he's got the cut in the back of his head and now the cut in the front of his head.
Again, Seery trying to sneak that butterfly hook back in. Use it to really keep his guard in place. No doubt, again, he's just looking for another stand-up.
There's a couple of submissions you can do from in here.
Well, he's got some options. I mean, there are sweep options, obviously, but as well with that grip. But, you know, really, Neil Seery wants to keep it tight here. He wants the fight back on the feet. And Silander's going to have to really start working, trying to frame, trying to create that space. The crowd very much letting the Finn know what they think of it.
Last time, guys, come on. You've got to be active in that position. You want to stay there.
Last 90 seconds of the third round. Again, Silander just trying to free himself on top, but Seery content to tie up with those overhooks.
Toes out the fence. Toes out the fence, Neil.
Oh, and he pushes off for the armbar. The fence is going to hamper him a little bit here, but he's starting to get the extension.
He's got the extension, he's a bite down.
Neil Seery with the armbar attempt. He's getting his hips through it, Silander's tapped. Neil Seery is the Cage Warriors flyweight champion. We thought it was the boxing that was going to win it for him. But he took a chance with the armbar, went belly down, and the crowd have erupted here.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
That was absolutely amazing. He shot one takedown, got a takedown, shot several different punches to knock him down and knock him out, and ends up finishing this fight with the first attempt that he has in a submission. The entire, well, really the third attempt. He tried 2 guillotines earlier, but they're really loose. He's never going to get them. Steps into that armbar, ends up finishing the fight with an armbar. What a great job by Neil Seery. And I said before, it was going to be his ringmanship. It was going to be his ability to fight and battle and understand from all the time he spent in the ring and having twice as many fights as his opponent made it so much easier for him to be able to understand and weather the storm, and that's exactly what he did. Paul Daly sitting in the crowd here as you take a look at the armbar finish right here at the end. I mean, what an amazing, amazing place for him to get into. It was absolutely amazing for Neil Seery to finish that off that way. Paul Daly sitting ringside here at Cage Warriors. Very impressed. himself with how the fights are going tonight and how that one fight finished off. Talked to him earlier, and he looks to be getting back to battling here very, very soon, very, very shortly. Let's send it up to Joe Martinez for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 3 minutes, 57 seconds. Round number 3, submission by armbar. Your winner, and now the first CWFC Flyweight Champion.